to the Frank Ammons Show. The Frank Ammons Show. Your number one source for entrepreneurs to learn, earn, and create wealth.
A mindset. Comfort is the enemy of success. It is the killer of dreams. You are enough. It's got to include the result you want. The best parts of your life is what on the other side of hard times. When they ask you what do you do for a living, you're going to say, I do whatever it takes. You got to keep going. You got to keep fighting. I'm going to step into my moment. We started from the very beginning saying, hey, let's do this. Only it's going to serve other people, but serve us.
And now, here's your host, Frank Ammons.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Frank?
Wednesday night, hump day, hump night, whatever you want to call it. And here we coming on live. It's I don't know what time it is where you're at, but it's almost 9 over here, 8 o'clock over there.
8 here. Yep.
Yeah. So
we need to start humping every Wednesday.
yeah, we got to get on the grind and get the hump going, man, because there's so much money out there to be made. And let me tell you guys something. The reason why we're having this show is because we are realizing that a lot of people need to start tapping into this, and people that want to tap into this is why we're doing this quote unquote show / training. Because if you want to get into real estate investing, this is the place to be. My man Blake has already helped me a ton. He's knowledgeable. He's been doing the game. And here's the thing. This is what I say. You can't take advantage of the game until you get in the game. And you got to get in the game, man. Like, you got to get in the game. So guys, tonight we're going to peel back a little bit of the curtain and show you some things of what it would take to evaluate a property and like look and find the contact, the owner, and what that looks like. So my man Blake, take it off from here, man. Let's see what you got.
No. You just gonna hand me the keys to this bad boy, ain't you?
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll ask some questions, man. I'm gonna be the live student.
You
So
be
in the comments, guys.
Be the live student.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the live student. But in the comments, guys, if you have questions about how to get started in real estate investing, especially in wholesaling, let's start off right there. What is wholesaling, Blake? What is it when it comes to real estate investing?
Okay, so wholesaling, or I call it maybe it's called an assignment of contract, but wholesaling is where you get a property under contract and then you assign your rights away for a fee to that contract. Okay. So you're technically not selling any property. You're just, you have interest in a property and you're transferring your interest to somebody else. And there is a spread in between which you have the purchase price for and what you assign it for. There's a spread in the middle, and that spread is your assignment fee. That's what you make. That's what you bring home.
Right. Now, do you have to have a license for that?
As of now, in Texas, you don't, and as of now in Florida, you don't. Most states, you don't have to have one. In Illinois, you have to have a license if you do more than, I think, 3.
Right. Okay. So I'm in Florida, you're in Texas, you've been doing the game for a while. And at the end of the day, guys, well, let me ask you this too, Blake. How much money do you have to do this? Like, to just get a deal done?
If grandma wants to sell her house and you link up with me or Frank and we get a cash buyer involved, what the price is of a pen and a piece of paper to print on, maybe $5.
Yeah. So really not much more than just a Starbucks coffee to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, okay. Let me ask you another question. How much credit do you have to do this deal?
Good credit, bad credit, no credit, I guess. Yeah. That's one of those deals.
So now let's look a little in the future, Blake. Could someone literally have no credit, no money, but just like some time, hustle, and start getting started and really start their real estate investing career by doing what we're about to share?
Yeah. And I'm not going to boggle this down in this. I just want to tell you this. I bought a house with zero money. I sold that house, and they put down $5,000. So now I'm a note holder, and I have zero money in that house. I own the note.
So when you say they put $5,000 down, what does that mean?
That means they paid me $5,000 to buy the house for me. I bought the house with $0.
Right. So you went and put a contract on the house. They decided to buy it for.
I actually bought the house with zero money.
Right. So you actually bought it?
I guess, yeah. Yeah. I bought the house with zero money and zero credit.
So, and can you believe after all these years, Carlton Sheets tried to tell us that we could do this and no one listened to him.
Nobody believed his butt.
Yeah. I mean, I guess some people believed him because he was making money off of the courses and stuff. But there were still, I mean, how many people out there still don't believe you can get into real estate, buy houses, flip houses, or wholesale houses, however you want to say, with zero money and no credit, back credit.
Yeah. And zero income, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys are out there looking to get into real estate investing, wholesaling is the way to go because you really just need to learn what you got to learn, start hustling, start finding deals, start finding properties, start learning the game. And that's where you can start. And you don't have to have really any investment in it other than your time and energy and hustle. So let's go into that. How can someone start? Like if they said, yes, I'm going to do this, where would you have them start first?
Oh man, there's so many options. We were having that conversation earlier and I told you about, bandit signs. And, I told Frank, I said, man, when I actually got started, I didn't have any money. Like I did have some money, but I didn't have any money to invest in my future. Like who has the money to do that? Who has the money when you can go get a double cheeseburger and I got money for that all the time, but to actually have money for my future, I felt like I couldn't spend any money on that because I didn't.
Well, let's take the route that you have no money to spend even on bandit signs.
So like,
I wouldn't suggest that we definitely take that route.
Yeah, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am not suggesting you do this, but I found like a guy that was selling windows on a sign that he stuck out by the road. It had some forks and it was just a little cardboard looking sign. And I mean, all I could afford at the time was a Sharpie. So I got a thick Sharpie that I bought like at a Family Dollar or a Dollar General or something. And the back side was blank. So it was a little bit wet because at night when it gets a little moist from the humidity, it wasn't doing right. So then I realized I had to take my shirt off. So I took my shirt off. I dried off the sign and I wrote, I buy houses cash. And then I wrote my phone number underneath it and I turned around and I stuck it back in the ground.
And you got some calls from that?
And I got some calls from that.
Yeah. Did you buy a deal from that?
I've tried to get one deal, but it didn't clear title. But yeah.
So that essentially brought you some leads.
But that brought me some leads and told me it would work. And then I actually went and spent some real money on some blank signs. Took that same Sharpie, wrote on about 50 of them. Took my mom's minivan, drove around, stuck them out there by all the Walmarts. And, somebody did call. And that turned into, 30 some odd $1,000. And not just that deal, but combined in that one batch, I think I made like 30K.
How long did it take you to make that money from the time you put the signs out to getting that money collected?
Still getting calls from some of them, and that was 3 years ago. So,
but how long did it take you to get that 30 grand you talked about from the time you put the signs in the ground?
Oh, I think one deal ended up being like $5 grand, and then I bought some more, signs, and it was just like, I mean, once that water starts dripping, you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's clicking. I can do this. Yeah. You start buying more signs. You start building on what you've already started. So, right. I mean, like I said, I told you the last deal where I made the 50 grand in one deal. So,
yeah, that was a good day.
That was a good day. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what can someone expect? Let's say you took an average. What should someone really expect when it comes to assignment fees?
I would say on average, I try to average 7,500.
Yeah. So somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000, hopefully, right?
Right.
So yeah. So
but I made $300 on a deal before and was happy for it, you know?
Yeah. Now, if let's go into this. If you didn't have money to even, buy any bandit signs or even the Sharpie, what would you do to kind of find maybe a couple deals or try to possibly make some offers and get some houses under contract?
So in that case, like let's say I'm gonna go out and hunt something down. Well, I would probably look on Marketplace first. I'd look on Zillow if I literally didn't have gas money. I'd take a cell phone right here and start looking for sale by owners up on Zillow. I stopped by today, saw a for sale by owner sign. I called it. I got a meeting with the guy in the morning. He's way overpriced, but I feel like he's going to do an owner finance deal with me. So that's the reason why I'm going. And I think I'm going to lock up some commercial property tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
when you say owner finance, what does that mean? He's gonna lend you
his
basically pay him over time instead of all at once.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But that's again way on down the road. I don't want to confuse people with that. But calling those for sale by owner signs, that was the goal there. Call those up, get appointments to look at the house. Those sometimes can turn into deals.
Yeah.
So but then
you could even do a wholesale deals on potentially by owner houses.
Yes. For
Gotcha.
FISBO.
Gotcha. So FISBO. Hey guys, do you got questions? Put them in the comments so that we can get these questions answered for you. If you're looking to get started in real estate investing, if you want to know more about wholesaling, this is the show to watch. We also have a group that we've started. We want to tell you about that. And it's all about helping. There's no fees here. There's no charge. There's no startup costs. There's no mentor or coaches fees, right? This is about squatting up and teaming up and partnering and helping people start making money. The goal is about freedom, guys. Financial freedom is what everyone should be striving for. And what does that mean? That means enough money to do what you want when you want, so you can have a bigger impact, have more time with your friends and family, whoever you want, and be able to have still the money to do that without, barely making it by. So, and I think Blake is leaving us. I think Blake would agree that that real estate investing is one of those things you can do. Why he's doing that, I'm going to show you guys. Let me play you the plug for our new group me and Blake started, and it is called the Squad Up Wholesaling. What's going on, guys? This is Frank, and I want to tell you about an exciting opportunity that you do not want to miss, especially if you've ever thought about getting into real estate investing. The time is now. Real estate is at its all-time high, and you can get in today, start flipping houses, and believe it or not, with no money and no credit. Yeah, that's true. I know that myth has been out there, but it's absolutely true. And believe it or not, it's more possible than ever today to get started and actually start making money in real estate investing. We have created with my partners a free Facebook group for you to join so you can network with other wholesalers as well as investors and get help even from us of how to get started into real estate investing. It's called Squad Up Wholesalers. That's right, Squad Up Wholesalers. You can go check it out, join it, and I promise you, one of the things you'll learn as far as getting into real estate investing is the best way to get deals done quicker is to squad up, network, team up with other wholesalers, other investors, other partners like ourselves, and we'll show you exactly how to do that. Matter of fact, if you're looking to do your first deal, join the group because we'll help you get your first deal right away. I mean, you can get your first deal this week, even today if you wanted to. It's not unrealistic. There's so many opportunities out there. You can absolutely crush it in the real estate game by flipping houses, and we'll show you exactly how to do it. Join the free Facebook group today. There's no fee. There's no upsell. It's called Squad Up Wholesalers, and let's start getting you more money in your pocket in real estate investing. You got to build your wealth sometime, and today, or right now, is a great time to start. So join this group, Squad Up Wholesalers. We'll see you in the group, and hopefully we'll be able to squad up and make a lot of money together in real estate investing. We'll see you there. I know you like that, Blake. I know you like
Man.
Come on, man. We're squatting up, man. What's up? We're squatting up. Wholesalers about to squat up at a different level, man.
I swear I thought you were about to ask me for $30,000. That was so good.
I need an investor, man. We about to blow it up. 30,000 ain't nothing. We about to make millions.
I thought you were about to sell me your program for $30,000, and then you told me free.
Yeah. So guys, look. I was kind of saying this before you had to go, but do you believe real estate investing is a great vehicle for financial freedom?
Yes.
Absolutely. So guys, not only can you make money, good money, but you actually can establish yourself and have financial freedom, right? Which is not the same as just making good money. There's a lot of people making great money, but there's very little people that are actually achieving financial freedom. And that's what this is all about, man. Not just making good money, which you can do, but also establishing yourself by having properties, portfolios, assets that actually produce income for you. And this is where you start wholesaling. So let's go back to that starting. So if someone had nothing, no money, barely some cell phone minutes, maybe they're still buying minutes. You said go on to Zillow, look for buy owners. What else would you do?
Yeah. Would you want to share can I share my screen and maybe just do a little something like that?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. I'm gonna share mine. Let's see, share screen. Does
it give you that option?
Yeah. Let me see.
Awesome. There you go.
Are we sharing? Okay. All right. So like what I would do here is I would just go, let's say, I don't know, where are you at?
I am in Lakeland, Florida.
Lakeland. So Lakeland, Florida.
There I am.
Right there. Okay. Let's just say we're going to go to Lakeland, Florida. Okay. Now then what I'm going to do is what I don't like being held, to
the boundary. Yeah.
Into the boundary, man. Let me loose. Let me out of the cage.
No
so
limits.
I remove that boundary so I can get some dots on my record.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's 1,500 agent listings right now. Okay. But what I like to do is I like to go over here. If you sneak over here to this side, it says other listings. I like to sneak over here to the dark side.
To the dark side. Come on.
Yeah. And then what we're going to do is, I don't know, maybe I'm looking for just houses. So I'm going to take all this stuff out of here. Maybe I'm looking for houses and manufactured homes. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Done. All right. That narrows my stuff down. Now I'm down to 137 listings. So then what I'm going to do, these are easy because you don't have to skip trace them. But what you can do is you can go through here, and sometimes you see how my dot moving over here?
Yeah.
It kind of shows me where it's at in the city. And I can even back on up a little bit. And now we've got, right now, at the current time, we've got 450 or 437 potential listings, okay? I mean, this is going to take you a week to go through this, okay?
Right.
But, you got something. I like this. Look, $44,900. What can you buy in Florida for $44,900? Not a lot. But does this come with land or is this in a mobile home park?
Looks like a mobile home park.
It's in a mobile home park. Okay. So I don't know what the lot rent's $450 a month. Okay. I wouldn't tackle this deal for me, but this doesn't mean this ain't for somebody. You know, somebody that's got $44,000. If you could rent this, but you see, it's in a 55 plus community and no pets. So now you've gotten a lot of restriction in here, and it's $450 a month. There's just a lot to that property I don't want to be tangled up with.
Right.
But somebody who has an in with 55 and up people, this could be a deal for them because they could rent this to them for, I don't know, $600 a month, $650 a month. And if there's no work to be done, and you're at 450, you can make $200 a month renting it out, but you also may not be allowed to rent here. So that's another thing which you may, you would need to call that park and get all the scope on everything. But like I said, all this stuff here, man, is it's stuff going to auction. I didn't want auction in here. So we got to make sure you don't include auctions, but I guess there's nothing you can do. So if it says $0, just move along. But like this one says 519,000 for sale by owner. So this would be like, something that we could possibly look up and see if it would make sense. See, there's no work here though. See how everything's almost been done and updated?
Yeah. So this is probably going to go for retail.
That's probably going to go for retail. This guy's probably not motivated. This is, so you would have his number right here. See this? This is his phone number. We could call him up and see if he wanted to sell us that property.
Yeah.
Do you want me to call?
Let's. I got the phone here. Let me hook it up to the system.
Okay.
And then we can give it a ring-a-ding-ding.
I mean, I don't think this is a deal, but we can call and I can just show you how I would do it.
Yeah. Well, let's do this.
I don't even.
All right. Let me go ahead and pull up the number again so I can call.
Okay.
And then I'll let you talk.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, there it is.
813.
And this is good getting just doing these because it helps you get comfortable.
Can you hear the ring?
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay.
But it helps you get comfortable doing this stuff.
Hello?
Hey, yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, man, I was calling. I saw that house that you had on Zillow on Stonebridge.
Can you get a little closer to your phone?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Little bit better.
Okay.
I'm in a silent room.
I'll make sure and talk loud.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
That's
good. All right. I saw that you had a house on Zillow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm buying some rental properties in the area and just wanted to see if this one would be a fit for me. Did you
I can't hear you again.
Okay. I'm sorry. Did you rehab this one or did you buy, is this your
I'm having a real hard time hearing.
Okay. I'm gonna call you back.
Hold on, let me see if my volume. Hold on.
Okay.
Can you speak again?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got further away.
Okay. I'm gonna call you back on my other cell phone. I'll call you back here in just a minute.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work because I can hear him good.
I could hear him. He couldn't hear me.
Huh. That's weird.
I'm gonna call him from my phone number.
Yeah.
And I think you'll be able to hear it. So you'll let me know how it goes. I'm gonna do it on speaker.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as the microphone can pick up what he says, we can hear you good.
Okay. Let's see.
So, guys, this is a live call, man.
This is a live call. Can y'all hear that ringing?
Yeah, you don't have to be on there.
Okay. You can hear the ringing? Okay.
You can switch back.
Hello?
Hey, yes, sir.
Much better.
Okay, much better? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was calling about the property that you had on Zillow, 3345 Stonebridge Trail.
Yep.
Did you just get done rehabbing this, or has it always been like this?
No, it's always looked like this.
Okay.
It's always looked like this. I just put a new roof on it.
Okay. From a hurricane or something?
No, not at all. Nothing. It was just time.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get the insurance to pay for it, huh?
No.
Oh,
No.
man. It's good when you get them to.
There was no leaks or anything. It was just, I knew that I was going to be selling
and stuff, and when I saw what they were getting, for roofs, and knew that I could get it done cheaper with a transferable warranty for the next buyer, I was like, you know what, I'll just take care of it.
Man, you're a good dude, man. So most people wouldn't do that. I see that there's a walk-in shower next to a bathtub. Is that in the master?
That's in the master. Yep. The shower, the tub is a jacuzzi tub.
Okay.
Which I think that's more hype than anything else, because I think in my entire 12 years in that home, I probably used it like 5 times when I got back from the motocross track or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do motocross?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Man, that stuff, man. You're more of a daredevil than me, man. That stuff's scary to me. Bike's going 100 miles an hour right by my head,
But
But
it keeps me young.
yeah.
It keeps me healthy.
How old are you?
I'm actually gonna be 59.
Oh man, okay. That does make
No,
you
wait,
young.
wait. I'm gonna be 60. I'm
Man.
gonna be 60, yes, in September.
Man. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's got you wanting to sell?
My son grew up, and he's moved on. I own another property, and I rented out my other property to military over the last, 13, 14 years, and maybe even longer. My last military tenant, he retired, and he let me know he was going to be retiring, and asked if I wanted him to move out of the property. And I said, no, you've served, so I have nothing but respect. I won't raise the rent, because I did offer good deals to the military. He stayed for another year. In that year, all his military acumen went right out the window. He paid his rent, but when I got here, they killed the front lawn, which was $9,000 worth of sod when I had it put in. There's a well system here, so it wasn't like he didn't have access to free water.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big house with a big garage, and it sits on 1.5 acres, so it's a nice property. But in thinking it through, I thought, all right, you know what, I got to find another renter. And then I started thinking, it wouldn't be fair to me to have to contact the renter and say, hey, I need to come do this, or can I come do that, or when's it convenient? Because there was major work that had to be done here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, I was having a conversation with my mother, and she says, why don't you just sell the Stonebridge house? And I said, well, I love living there. I love the privacy. It's just an amazing place to live. I've lived in River Hill since 2003. And I bought that house when I was going through a divorce. So, she says, if you can sell it and, buy a couple other properties. Since I work on homes, I could buy stuff that I could flip. So I thought about it, and I said, I think she's right. So
Okay.
I decided to sell it. And, I'll miss it. If I really want to go back there, I can always try and find something else. But for right now, I'll probably be working on this house for probably the next year and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great place to live. Who's it for? You? Because I see you're in Texas.
Yeah. No, it's for me, but of course, I'm not going to move in it. I'm going to try to do something real estate wise, whether it be, somehow try to, of course, try to create some passive income or something from it. So how far are you away from the property now where you're living?
A couple of months.
Oh, okay. Okay. It ain't like you're hours away or anything. Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
So I guess it's a military town there?
Yeah, there's a military base, McDill. In fact, you will find a lot of military in River Hill.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with are you familiar with River Hills?
I'm not. It says this one's in Valrico.
Yeah, it's in Valrico. River Hills is a country club.
Okay.
And that the property sits within the gates of River Hills. It's 24-hour guard gated. Nobody can get in there unless they've been personally put on a list, and then they have to show ID when they come to the gate. The level of security there is just an amazing thing.
Okay.
An example would be one weekend at my marital home. My wife wanted to go down to see some family of hers in Miami, so I loaded up the family, and I had the car pointed out of our driveway. We lived in a cul-de-sac, and my house was right in the middle of the cul-de-sac, and everybody loaded up, and off we went. And we were gone for 2 days, and we're coming home at 2 days later at night, 3 in the morning. We're getting home. We only have the lights on our mailboxes. We don't have street lights on that block. And as I'm coming down, I see bright lights coming from where my house is located, and I'm questioning, what the heck is that? What's going on? And I get closer and closer. I see that one of my garage doors is wide open, and at that point in time, I had a practice bike and a race bike, and they're not inexpensive toys. And I do a lot of cycling to stay healthy. And you're talking 5K for, the carbon fiber road bike.
Man.
So basically, I thought somebody had broken into the home. So I went in to check everything out, make sure everything was okay. And came out, I was like, I don't get it. I don't understand what happened. So nothing was taken, nothing was touched. A day later, I bumped into one of my neighbors, and he asked me, "Hey, dude, what was up with why'd your garage door open?" I was like, "Paul, are you for real? Why didn't you call me and tell me something?" He goes, "I didn't know you guys weren't home." But with all that stuff right in plain sight and Snap-on toolboxes and stuff, nothing was touched. I don't know where that would happen, but
yeah,
it's a nice comfort feeling, and it's just a slice of heaven. It's not inexpensive. I love it there. Really a great place to live.
Man,
there's nothing like it. The HOA is like the Gestapo, but you won't find a dirty sidewalk anywhere in River Hills. They're constantly out, updating the property. They change flowers, constantly, and when they do, they announce them to the neighbors if they want to come get free flowers, because they just put in new ones. And has a restaurant, golf course, tennis courts, their own pool, workout center, all kinds of stuff.
And it's, I guess, $163 a month.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Yep.
Okay.
That is correct.
That ain't too bad to have the pool and the security.
I like having mine. I mean, I got to tell you this. Like I said, I bought that house going through divorce. And when I finally got into dating again, it was heaven, because at night you have no back neighbors. So I could have date nights and someone would come over and we'd barbecue, or then go for a swim, go for a walk on the golf course. Or, I'm going to be posting a picture. You can see that house is like, if you walk about 20 feet, 30 feet, you're on the 6th hole. And that grass is so soft. So even with my kids, we'd go out there and watch the moon at night and stuff, or we'd lie on the roof. It's a slice of heaven over there. Not a care in the world.
Man.
So, yeah.
Cool. So now, my next question. So what, how did you come across, I mean, where did you, I see your listed price, $519. Where did you, what math did you do to get to that one?
So I did comps, and the comps in the area there was a house up the block that had 100 square feet more and one more bathroom.
Okay.
No pool, no golf course. And they sold that house for $539.
Okay.
So listing it at $519, and I was even I just didn't.
Now, did it have crown going around the top part, the ceiling? Crown molding? Did it have crown molding going to the top part of the ceiling?
My house?
No, the other house.
The other house. I don't know. That I don't know.
Okay.
It was a nice house. It looked nice inside. Definitely a nice looking house.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it might even still be on Zillow, but it says sold.
Yeah.
I think they sold it like within the last month.
Okay.
Within the last 30 days. And then I spoke to a realtor, and I had painted her son's house inside and out. And she asked me if I wanted to give her the listing, and I said I would consider it, but I don't think I'm really going to need a realtor because there's no other houses right now. Back then, I think there were 3. You're never going to find a lot of houses for sale in River Hill.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
People tend to stay there.
Right.
It really is a unique, talking about it doesn't do it justice. And even I didn't know. Like when I bought the first house, I was moving down from New York, and school starts in August here in Florida. So I had to get my kids in school. And I wound up putting a binder on a different house. But as we were leaving the community, I noticed certain things which I just felt wouldn't be good for an investment into a home there. I would probably lose money over the long haul. But since I didn't have anything else lined up, I said giving them a binder is not that big a deal. Even if I have to walk away, can't work it out with them to get out of it. They can keep my money. I'm good.
Yeah.
I just got to know my kids are going to be okay. So I asked my wife to stay behind while I went home for business. And out of the Yellow Pages, she called up, random realtor and mentioned that the house that we really wanted, and when we got here, we're told it was off the market. That realtor, her partner lives 2 doors down from that house.
Wow.
And the realtor said, hey, I can get you in there because my partner lives 2 doors down. Would you like to go see it? She goes, yeah, what's going on with the house? She goes, it's a couple going through a divorce. And the husband's trying to make a last-ditch effort to try and come up with the money to hold on to the house. But the wife doesn't want to go into foreclosure, so you can go look and make an offer. So she did. She sent me pictures. She told me she loves the house. And I said, well, if you want it, buy it. She said, just tell them we'll buy it. So I then get a call from the husband, and we go back and forth. And ultimately, I told him, send me an executable contract by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we'll have a deal. Otherwise, I'm moving on. So we did. And I bought that house. That's crazy. That house I paid $267 for. And that house is probably going for over $1 million right now because it was 3,600 square feet. I filed the permits and added an in-law suite. So when I left, I added a bathroom too. So it was 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, no back neighbors, massive gas-heated pool with a jacuzzi that's built into it. Was a 3-car garage, but I took one of the bays and converted that into a living space and filed permits. Everything was final, and they have their own doorway, their own cement, so they can walk through the driveway on the side of the house and make their way back to the pool if they want to use the pool, like a family setup. We got in-laws living with you or stuff. But yeah, thank you, River Hill. Thank you, River Hill.
It shows here. I guess I listed it last year. Was that? Did you list it last year?
Yeah, I started to. No. Well, they had an old picture there. I think Zilla just put that because I listed it for a little while, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sell it.
Okay.
Because Junior was like waffling back and forth, and I was like, I don't need 4 bedrooms all by myself.
Right.
And I was like, so I could just buy something else or buy 2 houses. And I was a PM, a project manager, for a guy who was flipping houses out in St. Pete on the water. So I was like, maybe I'll move out there. I scuba dive, I skydive, so I windsurf. And I used to keep my windsurfer out at his house, and I had keys to his house. So I just go out there, throw my board in the water, and go windsurfing for a couple of hours. And I was like, yeah, I love being on the water too.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I realized that, maybe this is something I'll do on my own, not just working for other people. This way I can work on my schedule.
Yeah.
So, then I took it off the market, and,
I want it for that price that you're gonna sell it for a year ago.
Yeah, who knew the market was going to go this crazy?
I know.
I know. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. I actually, the realtor said, "Oh, you should put it up for more money," and I was like, "Nah." I said, "Listen, if bidding wars start, that's one thing. Got nothing to do with me, but 519." I think that's a fair number for what they're getting. A really fair number. And once they move in here, whoever does, they're going to love that place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so tranquil. And you get the western sunsets, too.
Cool.
I don't think I posted those pictures yet. The fights ahead of that. It's just, it really is. It really is. You can see the distance if you're facing the front. I think the distance. I'm going to place some drone shots. A buddy of mine shot 1 or 2 drone shots. I just haven't figured out how to upload them.
You said you have a pool to the house?
Yeah, there's a pool.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's a pool.
You definitely need to make sure you put a picture of that pool on here.
My girlfriend just told me the same thing about 2 hours ago.
Smart woman.
She says, "Hey, how's it going?" I said, "Well, I was super busy today, but then I was having trouble finding the ad for the house." She says, "Oh, I thought you did that yesterday." I go, "I did, but this morning I got up and for some reason I found nothing, so I sent them emails, and finally around noontime they emailed me back and said, 'Oh yeah, we're having trouble with our system, but we'll get it taken care of,' and they did. And then all of a sudden, it was like over 100 and almost 200 people have already looked at the property, and I was like, wow, go figure.
Yeah.
So,
well, I can a little bit about me. I'm a real estate investor, so I got to buy something to where there's some sort of upside. Usually I buy stuff that needs work, or bathrooms updated, or something of that sort. That way I can add some value to the home. But this one, I think you got priced pretty right, and probably gonna sell pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to get anywhere near the 519. You know what I mean? That's just not gonna be.
It wouldn't leave a lot of margin, to make money there, and there really isn't, much to do in that house anyway. I think you could update the master bath, but that comes at a price point, and
and you know how to do that, so you could do it if you wanted to. So.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was nice enough for what I need. It's a nice house. I mean, if I would throw granite in there, that wouldn't be a big deal, and new tiles and stuff. But I didn't feel like I needed to go nuts. It's really an amazing place to live.
Right.
So for a family looking to move here to Florida, and if it's the right number of bedrooms, it's going to be heaven for them.
Absolutely.
It's going to be heaven for them.
Absolutely.
And for me, my situation is that I paid cash for the house. So I'm not under any gun. I don't owe anybody 10 cents for it. So,
well, if you end up wanting to, do what Bank of America does and Wells Fargo does and all that good stuff, I mean, let me ask you this: in that subdivision, are you able to rent? Is there any restrictions against renting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
The only people who are not allowed to rent in River Hills or live in River Hills are people who have they've been convicted of being pedophiles.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, we had a guy move in with his girlfriend. We became aware of it. That was years ago. That's probably like 15 years ago. So we actually had, through the HOA, and changed the bylaws so that no pedophiles could ever come and live there.
Okay.
So,
That's a good thing for everybody else that lives there.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
I've been trying to do this same thing in my HOA.
Kind of like Texas, everybody's got guns. So.
Yeah. Well, gotta love it, man. Gotta love it.
Exactly.
And you ain't got nothing else that's beat up pretty bad you'd want to sell, do you?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. But thanks for asking. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, I want to make sure if I buy something, it's because both of us want to do the deal.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just probably gonna go ahead and let you make all that money on that one, and I'm But if you ever consider the price you sold it for listed for last year, I wished I knew you last year. I'd probably bought it. But I could get around that number, so.
I got you.
But
what did I have it up for last year? Because I don't even remember.
354.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? It's just kind of weird the way things worked out, and I truly feel like God's just smiling at me. It's like I'm always helping people.
Yeah.
So, what happens is I work on homes, and I can do framing to code, plumbing to code, electrical to code, you name it, So a lot of times you'll get a call from somebody got your name, and it turns out they're elderly or something, and I go there and I go, I'll spend 2 hours here, big deal, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't charge them, or I'll just tell them, hey, I bought this. Just pay me for this. And they're like, well, what do we owe you? I was like, you just owe me what I paid. Look at his Lowe's receipt. That's what you owe me.
Man.
And I don't know if that has anything to do with it or just pure luck and stuff, but yeah, the market went nuts and just kind of worked out. So.
Well, I'm glad you do that, dude. I do believe people that do that get a lot of in return. So I just want you to know.
I don't do it with any expectation. It feels good, though. It just feels good to help people. And, tomorrow I got one of those jobs. They're in their 80s, and they sent me pictures that their slop sink in the kitchen, the PVC waste line, something fell apart. And I was like, yeah, I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Again,
well,
just to help them out. So.
Yes, sir. And what was your name again?
My name's Frank.
Frank. Okay, Frank. Well, it was good talking to you, sir, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna get on to the next task, but
okay, good luck.
Yeah, and thank you for conversating with me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, ditto.
Yes, sir.
Ditto.
All right.
You have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay.
There you go. You found you a talker.
Man, he was a talker.
Yeah.
That
was the easy rapport builder right there.
Yeah. And look, we built rapport, but I'm gonna switch it back here. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay, we stopped sharing the screen. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop right here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it was easy report building, but report building don't always lead to deals. Right. So you'll see how I asked if he had something else. He talked like he had 2 houses. I didn't know if he had 15. Right. You never know who you're talking to, but always you make sure that you ask
so
about that.
Maximize the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Now you saw that. What did you see on there where he bought it for $199 and back in 2010? I didn't mention any of that.
Right.
Why? It doesn't matter. Some people want to say, well, why are you gonna ask $519 and you only bought it for $199? Why does it matter?
Right.
I'm not gonna call this man out and cost any kind of
why does he? Why can he get equity too?
Right. I'm not going to cause attention. I mean, and he said he bought it cash. He had $200K cash, so you can buy stuff cash. That's what we're trying to do here. Yeah. We are offering a cash price, cash close.
Yeah.
In order to get a discount.
Yeah.
Same thing like you did.
So what would have been an interesting price that you might made him an offer on?
Well, if I didn't comp on this, I'm gonna share my screen again. Could you go back to this?
Yeah.
Okay. If we go over here, I'm looking. I don't know the comp. It doesn't see when you start doing this stuff. You don't know. Oh, here's his estimate right here, 445.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got it priced $60K over mark right now. Okay. Estimated sales range is this. I feel like he's got it way overpriced.
Yeah, I think it's a little steep too, but I think he thinks that neighborhood he's in makes it worth that.
Makes it worth it.
Because
and I'll tell you,
he claimed that he did a comp himself, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And talked to a realtor.
So that, but the thing about it is he only comped one property. He didn't comp a couple of them.
And you see, I asked, did it have crown?
Yeah.
If you look at this.
And then the realtor didn't get the job. So they were probably trying to get the job by saying your house should be charged for more.
They knew they were going to have to. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to jack the price up.
He's this good guy, but he's done wasted this realtor's time and then thinking she was going to get the deal and then she didn't.
Yeah, but that's sweet talk. The realtor was sweet talking him because, that's how they get people to get excited and then sign up for him and sign a contract. So, of course, the realtor said his house should be priced even higher than what he priced it for because she or he or whoever was trying to get the contract or get the listing. And so he comped it with one property comparison and one realtor giving him some confidence, right? So that's what justified his 519 price, which I think in this case it might go for 519 because it's in a hot market, and it is kind of move-in ready. I mean, it's not too far off.
What scares me is that he's in home remodeling, home building, but he left this shire like it is.
Yeah,
that's to me, why would you want? It looks kind of moldy here. You know what I mean? And also, why does he have 219 views, but he has 30 minutes to tell me about snowboarding and snow skiing? He's not getting a lot of calls.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're looking and they're going, wow, that's way overpriced.
Right.
I need something in the 450 range.
Yeah, so if this house was priced at 450, it probably would have been gone already. How long has it been on the market?
Let's see.
Usually it
10 hours.
Oh, so it's only been on there for a little bit.
Yeah. But I don't know. Let's see. Where is this one? Okay, this one's over here. So
guys, we're not saying that house won't sell for that price.
Yeah, we have no idea. I haven't run any comps.
It may very well possibly sell.
You see, he's the only house for sale in this little
River Hills, yeah.
River Hills.
Well, like you said, he was trying to sell the neighborhood because not many people move.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's priced his. So, we're not saying the house won't sell for that. It might very well
these
sell
are
for
right
that.
over here,
Yeah.
And they're way bigger.
Yeah.
Way bigger.
They're on
so he's definitely building on the
too.
Which I tell people this. I would rather have the ugliest house in the nicest neighborhood than the nicest house in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because
then you're going to be able to easily find value.
You can update the house. You can't update the neighborhood. That's what I think.
So true. So true.
So that's why he's the only house for sale right now in this little. I'm sorry. No, I'm lying. Here's some more. Like, realtors got this at 575, 2,700 square feet. Here's one. 575.
That's more like his size as far as square foot.
Yeah, and they've got it listed for 575. So comps are showing it now.
Oh, that's immaculate. That's brand new.
That's brand new.
That's brand redone like yesterday.
Yeah. So all that, I forgot what kind of granite that is, but that's some expensive stuff.
Yeah. So that's a justifiable price.
I just wish in Texas that you get that crown molding up here, man. These houses down here look sharp on the inside.
Yeah, we don't need none of that crown molding.
I know, y'all don't do that crown in Florida much.
They tried to do it, and it was like, why do that? That's
why it's Florida. You don't need to do that. Florida sells itself. So anyways, comps look pretty close. I mean, what people are listing stuff for. So he'll probably get it. Wish we would have bought it a year ago.
But the idea was, what would have been a price that you would have made a move on if he would have mentioned any wiggle room or
Well,
anything?
okay, so now I'm running some comps, right? I'm seeing what realtors are rolling for down here, 560, 575. He's at 519.
I think you were
So
straight with him though, because he's probably got it priced pretty accurately.
yeah. So if I was going to do that, I mean, just I don't know. I mean, I don't know a bunch about this area, but I mean, if I pulled up my calculator, y'all see this.
Yeah.
This is kind of my number. And this is
So you
based
wouldn't even
off
bother
of,
unless it was going to be there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would, this would be my cash price.
Yeah.
Now let's say he wanted to, work with me. We would up this price if he wanted to work with me on, like Wells Fargo or Bank of America, get him to do some financing with us. And we could have bumped this number up a little bit. Yeah. But again, then I would have to look at rent rates and I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
When you say some finance with you, what do you mean by that?
Some kind of creative financing.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we won't get into that because that's a different kind of subject. But
it is. It's a 8-hour subject too. So that's why I don't want to get in it.
Yeah. So, but just know, guys. I mean, there is several options when you come across deals, but the main thing is to get a deal, and that's what we're trying to teach here. Is we picked up the phone, we called, and the guy answered. Granted, it was 9 o'clock at night. Apparently, the guy's a little lonely because he wanted to talk all night. But and he was nice, super nice. You're not always going to get nice people, especially if you start talking anywhere near lowering the price or I need to do this and I need to do that. But you have to stay on mission, eyes on the prize, which is get it for. In this case, you went 70%, right?
Yeah,
70% of ARV, which is after repair value. Why did you use 70%?
That's about what anybody wants to make on their money.
Yeah.
You're going to throw cash out. You want to make 30% margins.
So what you're doing is, and tell me if I'm wrong, Blake, you're thinking about the cash buyer before you even offer your cash offer, because you have to give yourself enough room in order to make the difference you talked about in the beginning of this video, right? So you went 70% off of ARV, which is the price he basically has it at now, which brought you, I think, down, what was it, 363?
Mm-hmm.
So then you would hope to do what? Have a guy come in and buy it at what? Hopefully 400?
Yeah, so 363, even if I get like 373, you know what I mean, cash.
What would be the highest you'd pay for that thing? And I know it's a hypothetical, but I'm just trying to get a scenario going.
Let's see. From those comps, I mean, like I said, I would dig in this for I shed money out. But, I mean, if I had cash sitting in the bank, I mean, what's it to me? I mean, if I could come up with 485, I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, like you would sit there and you would have to calculate what your closing costs would be on 2 closings, because you'd close once and then you close again. So you'd have to calculate that in there. You have to calculate, what kind of return
what do you calculate usually? 5%?
I don't know. It's kind of different. I usually calculate 9% for 9%. Realtors.
Yeah.
And in the closing on the second close, and then whatever the first close is, it's probably $3,000. So 9% plus 3,000. So
what you're talking about is the first close is you doing the contract, closing out, and then the second contract is the actual buyer that buys it from you, right?
No, I'm talking about like what would I buy it for? It just depends on what my buyers would buy it for, right? I guess that I'm saying if I have 485 cash laying around, it might be something for me. If I had 465 just sitting in the bank getting no interest, I might, if he would go down to 465, I might buy it and make 20 grand.
Yeah. I
might shuffle some money just to make 20K. I mean, dude,
But the most you would pay for it as a wholesaler would be what?
Right. Well, I mean, it just depends on the buyers that I have. But if I didn't have any buyers, the most I want to pay is 363. Yeah.
And here's why, guys. You're gonna protect yourself from getting in an unperformance situation, which means you cannot find a buyer that wants to buy it because you paid too much for it. When you buy the house, in this case for 70% off of ARV, you're pretty much gonna have a deal, and a deal that gets bought so that you can make money, right? Now, of course, this guy was more savvy. It sounded like he even flipped some houses himself. So even if you came out to that price, and that was a conversation, I'm sure you probably would have landed more, I don't know, a lot higher than that, right? So,
well, I said, why are you selling?
Yeah.
How far are you away from the house? Those were all questions to get motivation. 3 blocks away, 3 miles away. Okay, not motivated by distance. Okay, can you rent there? I was thinking maybe he can't rent there. Yeah, you can rent. Okay, he's not motivated by restriction.
He loves the neighborhood, so he's not motivated by.
He loves the neighborhood. He ain't motivated by the neighbors,
So this was mom's idea, just to unload some cash, and he's trying to maximize on his return.
He's working for free. He just told us that. He's got a $519,000 house. He bought it cash. He's probably bought several houses. Sound like mama.
Yeah.
Mama got some money. But that's just, I'm not going to even get it.
And he got plenty of time to tell stories to a stranger, right?
He ain't got to get up early. He ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. So he's going to go skydiving and whatever else he was talking about doing.
Yeah. First thing I was thinking is it's 9 o'clock. He might be P that you're calling him at this time, but he was fine with it.
He's in motocross.
Yeah, call me back. Call me back. I can't hear you. Call me back.
He's got $6,000 to blow on motocross fuel.
Yeah. So there's an example, guys. The nice ones don't always equal a deal. Matter of fact, probably the opposite equals a deal. Probably the ones that are real rude to you and short with you, and why are you calling me kind of attitude, probably the ones that turns into deals, right?
Yeah, because they got problems. He was super go-lucky friendly. There was no motivation there. He's got a divorce several years ago. Apparently he didn't get took to the cleaners, or maybe he did, who knows. But he's not struggling now. He wants to save a little money when he can, so he doesn't let realtors make anything, but whatever. That's his prerogative. But like I said, I sense no motivation by the motivational questions I asked. So
yeah, so all those questions were intentional to find any possible restraints or motivation that you could play on or capitalize on as why you might be able to get this down, lower priced.
Exactly.
So there's a little innuendo, guys. There's a little nugget for you.
That's a golden nugget.
Yeah.
You need to have a graphic that comes up and it's a big golden nugget.
Well, when we start making this big bank together, man, we'll have a whole
graphics.
Yeah, we'll be better than TTP. We'll have a whole studio and everything. We'll be able to. Hey, wait a minute, guys. We have a helicopter coming in. Oh, that's Blake. That's Blake coming in with Blake buys houses, coming down with his. Oh, look at him. Okay,
I'm afraid of heights, man. I'll be rolling in on a motocross bike.
So you're gonna come in on the big motorhome bus, right?
There we go.
Blake buys houses. Here he is. He's releasing the brakes right now. The air brakes. There you go. He's coming out. Oh man.
But
Blake, why'd you show up in a robe today, man? Come on, man. We got things to do, man.
That's what that guy's doing. He showed up in robes fixing houses.
Yeah, man. Just can't believe someone called him at 9 o'clock at night and wanted to talk.
He said, "Oh, he must want to talk." He called me at late night.
He even wanted you to call him back. I can't hear you. Call me back. But okay, so the tip is, when you call someone and you're asking these questions, you're trying to find where the pain points are so that you can be the problem solver. And the problem solver is, hey, let me get you some cash, get your property out from underneath you so you don't have to worry about this problem no more. And I'm solving that problem for you. Is that kind of the idea behind that?
100%. I was trying to uncover a problem that I could solve. I couldn't uncover one. So then it's time to get off the phone. But you don't want to be rude, so you let the man hear him out. You let him talk, and then you get off the phone as soon as he gives you a break.
So let's review, guys. He asked, "Why are you selling?" He asked, "How far away you live?" He asked,
Yeah, because he was vacant. My thing would say, question is, do you live in the home?
Right. So how far away do you live? He asked, why is he selling? How far away? Did you do this work yourself? He asked, what was the other question you asked? I can't remember what else you asked, but then
how long have you owned the home?
How long have you owned the home? Right. And then you even asked about the neighborhood as far as renting, whether they're allowed to rent there, if there's any problems there.
Yeah.
And then when you really wasn't finding any kind of leeway, you and you even kind of hinted at what you would want to pay for it. And he kind of just said, yeah, okay. And then you went into, you basically went into, well, do you have any other properties?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you kind of went down the line and hoping that there was something there. And,
when I realized there was nothing there, then I jumped over and tried to see if there was something somewhere else.
Right.
Because maybe his mom had one, like, oh yeah, my mom's got one that I don't have any. My mom's got one that's really bad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how bad it is, because we want to uncover that.
Yeah. And that's the way you went about doing that. And of course, there was nothing there. I mean, the guy's happy go jolly. He's giving away free work and he's having a good time in life. And
he don't charge for his gas or nothing.
Yeah. He's like,
he ain't got a car payment.
Yeah. Just reimburse me my Lowe's receipts and I'm good. Right.
I'm even going to charge you for the time I stood at Lowe's.
Yeah. So he's got free time like crazy. He's living the life, man. We need to get there. But okay, so he was nice, but it doesn't always mean they're going to be nice. And so that's how you do it. Like you just call up some numbers, man. Like that was a for sale by owner, no realtor involved, and he basically had it priced right. He knows what he's doing as far as that's concerned.
He was the lowest one in the neighborhood. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing.
So what does that mean, Blake? That means you got to keep on dialing and smiling.
Yeah. I mean, do not get frustrated because you come across somebody who is real estate intelligence. Okay. I don't know nothing about solar. Like I'm ignorant when it comes to solar because I have no idea what it would cost or what any pieces are. Frank knows about that stuff. He could, really school you on the knowledge behind that. I would be ignorant. So if he told me that a solar system was $30,000 and told me it was a good price, I'm going to believe it because I don't know anything about it. Now, if I went out and searched all labor and everything involved in that, I'm going to have a more educated guess on what that solar would cost. He knew he had an educated guess on what his house was worth.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be a deal if he knows exactly what it's worth and he can do all the work to get it there.
Yeah.
You smile and dial at that point.
Yeah. But you have found deals on Zillow by owner situation.
Oh yeah. And I just wanted to show you that I did it but that's what you're doing. You're going through. I would look at that Zestimate. Could we share the screen one more time? I was going to show people where to look. Okay. So I'm looking over here. Some things I didn't do. If you go down here, you see what they're selling it for. See that Zestimate right here?
Yeah.
It pops up right there. I mean, when you're 70,000 over Zestimate, you need to move on. Right? That tells me move on.
Yeah.
But you're coming down here, you see this one's worth was that 2 million?
Mm-hmm.
So you click on this 2 million, Zestimate none. I'm moving on. I don't know anything about a $2 million house. I'm probably not even gonna mess. 5-bedroom, 3-bath. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Messi's got $100,000 safe, $1 million safe under there. I'm not.
Yeah, just off the rip, that looked like it was just, hey, let's see if someone will buy it for that.
Yeah, let's just throw. I want people to call me about this $2 million. He's probably getting harassed for pricing this house like that, which is weird. Why would anybody care? But like I'm looking right here, I'm looking right here, and then also you got tax value down here. I like to look at that too. It's 425. Oh no.
Got a bite.
No, it's baby mama. But like I said, I'm looking at tax assessment 160. You know, I don't know in Tyler. They're in Texas. They're a little bit more closer.
Yeah.
In price.
You're probably going to see a lot of these estimates lower than the price because everybody's trying to get the max dollar right now because Florida is like the place to move.
Yep. So I'm just like I said, I'm looking here and I'm just seeing what I can do. I can do this real quick. See how this is kind of close here?
Mm-hmm.
499, 498. At least it's somewhere close. And then I look down here. I like to see what the tax roll is.
Yeah.
See, there's the price history and tax history. Here's the public taxes, 396. Okay. I mean, these have been the closest I've seen to what they're listing it for this whole time. So, there's no inside pictures here. That's probably pretty good. If there's no inside pictures, it's probably not in good shape.
Yeah.
So,
or they, yeah.
So
you got something to hide. That's for sure.
You got something to hide. So, that's a lot of times they don't show any pictures of the inside. That's a good one to call on. Mm-hmm. One day on Zillow, St. Petersburg, 337.
Yeah, you might be able to call them and get a good deal just because they don't want to, do showings or something. Maybe
look at this. See this one right here. This is a good one. See, you got what is that? I don't even know what that is. Be like he didn't even, sweep up the patio to take this picture. Look, he didn't take out the vines. And
you got old
this would be
wood
a good one to call on. Yeah, see, you got your electric ain't right. He put some new carpet in at one point in time, but he painted some brick. He did a little bit of updating, but it ain't gonna. That ain't top of the line right there. You see that?
Yeah.
Ain't that a ceiling fan with no blades on it?
That's a new designer.
That's invisible blades. So he got some kind of concoction ran from the. What is this? I guess he got but is that like a bidet? Do you spray your butt with that? I don't know. Yeah. But
if you got a bidet and you got a dang 30-year-old sink cabinet.
Man, can I put my brush? No, that's my bidet holder, man. You can't put your brush in there. But you know what I mean? This is a good one to call on. He's way overpriced, but
does it say his estimate on that one?
Yeah, 337.
337.
Yeah. And then let's look at the tax roll because you can look at that real quick. And 195.
Oh,
so
it's up 104%.
Yeah, but you can see that I think people live here. So, because I see a bed here, looks like they're living out of one bedroom.
Yeah,
but they do have the blades in this one. But like I said, I don't know about this. Would be one I would call on.
Yeah.
Listed for sale 420 on 921. Removed the listing, so he didn't sell for 420. So then he decided to thought about it and said, "Okay, yeah, I do need to sell." Dropped the price 6% and listed it again.
Yeah,
but this was owner, so he's been trying to sell it since September. That's what I'm going to ask him. What happened? Why'd you take it off the market?
So there's some potential motivational seller signs here.
Yeah, I see some motivation here.
Yeah. Looks like he's trying to sell it, unload it. He probably is trying to get what he hopes is, a good spread on his money.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys usually can be talked into, sometimes they can be talked into, a quick situation. that's really their selling point.
Yep.
And why they would come down on that price just to get it unloaded.
Yep.
I don't know if someone lives there or not, man. It looks like it was empty.
Yeah, it looks empty. Maybe it was.
How long has it been on the market at this price?
10 says right here at 2.8. So a day ago.
Yeah. So maybe it's empty. Maybe they need to get out of there. So.
Now it's right there on that little tip.
Yeah.
It's right. Is that it? Yeah. No. 395 right here. Y'all got lots of little lakes around there, man. That's pretty cool. Is that a good area?
I'm not as familiar with that area. I mean,
Okay.
There's some parts of St. Pete that are really nice, and there's some that are really not nice.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about that part.
Okay.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's in a nutshell. This is what I do if I don't have any money, but I got a cell phone.
Now let's do this and we'll wrap up here. But what happens when you find a deal and let's say someone's willing to even agree to the price? What's the next steps after that? In summary, like what are you trying to do?
Summary would be get it under contract, get it with a title company, shoot it to your cash buyers or buyer. If they like it, send them an assignment agreement, and then wait for title to come back and close on the deal.
Yeah. Now, let's do this. For someone who needs help with a contract, we're gonna put something together for them so they can get contracts, download them for free, and use them. How are we gonna do that for them?
Yeah, I mean, we could. I have a few reasons why I don't like that. It may not work in their state. It may not be legal in their state. And sometimes I don't like providing stuff if it's not legal for them to use, and then they use it, and then they could say you provided it, and you know.
Yeah. Well, let's get together on that and see if we can figure out a contract that could be used for anybody in Florida and vice versa. Of course, you're in Texas.
And then label it that.
Yeah.
But the main thing would be, I would suggest somebody new not do that. That's just me. Because there are so many hurdles that will come across, that can come up, and you can lose the deal over the whole thing. You can get snaked out of the deal from a cash buyer. There's so many things that can happen. I would suggest that you reach out to Frank, that you reach out to me in the group and say, hey, I've got this deal. What do I do next? And mainly if you get somebody on the line, like we get that guy talking, you get somebody where you think it's a deal, you ran the numbers, they look like there might be a deal somewhere around there. Reach out to somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
In your area or here, and let them help you with the deal. Let them hold your hand through the deal. That way you don't get in a pickle, and because once it's too late, it is too late on that deal.
Yeah. So guys, what we're offering here is we have ready cash buyers ready to get these deals. And so all of us can make money. So we're not offering any kind of deal up front where you have to pay us. We're just trying to figure out how to get you a deal and get you paid. And of course, we'll figure out the deal in itself. Like we'll split it, we'll do something. And of course, as you get more knowledgeable, then you're going to want to go on your way. So this is not a forever thing either. But what the whole idea and the whole concept behind Squad Up Wholesalers is to squad up, get you some cash in your pocket. I mean, we can close deals as quick as 7 days to 30 days to 60 days. Depends on the situation, right? So, I mean, I just got off the phone, Blake, just before we got on here. That's why I was a little late running on here. And, investor guy called and wants to literally, he's like, hey, what do you got? We need to close some deals, and I can do it as soon as title clears. I'm closing deals on average, he's told me 7 to 8 days. So, and he owns a title company. So he's got everything we need to get going that's going to be friendly towards what we got to do. So guys, if you're watching this and you want to get started in real estate, especially in wholesaling, which is what we're talking about, go find some deals. And if you don't know nothing about it, but you know it might be a deal or it might be interesting to look at, we'll look at it with you. It'll be your deal.
Funny,
right?
real quick, and another reason why I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man.
I just thought this. Another thing, when I was starting, I couldn't find certain title companies in my area and just in my town did not know what an assignment of contract was, did not know what a wholesale was, didn't know any of that. And they refused to do my deal, bro.
Yeah.
Every one of them, I called everyone in my area. So guess what? I had to create a solution. I had to figure out what is the solution to that. Now I close deals in my area all the time.
Right.
And that's another reason why it's like some people will go, man, I can't do this and that. And we want to be there to say, hey, look, this is the solution. Here's the solution. We've done this over and over again. This is the solution.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like when new wholesalers are doing it on their own and don't really know what all can happen and just kind of playing it by ear, because you lose money that way. A $20,000 deal turns into a $1,000 deal, and you lose 19 grand because you don't know what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. So, you still there?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on here. My computer is acting up. So if we crash, maybe it's just had too much today. Anyways, so we're still here. But listen, guys, if you're ready to get in real estate investing, wholesaling, we want to help you get started, right? What's our motivation? Well, squatting up actually helps us do more deals all together. Of course, there's money to be made for everyone. And the fastest way, I don't know about you, Blake, but one of my first deals was because I squatted up. I didn't know what it was called then, but I squatted up. Me and you are squatting up on deals. This is the way that you can learn and earn at the same time. You can learn and earn at the same time. And there's no better way to do that, but to, not only get paid, but also learn as you're getting paid. And that's what you can do here. So finding deals, evaluating the deals, making the phone calls, driving for dollars, getting a deal on the board, and let's look at it. We'll squat up with you. There's no charge for that other than when we do the deal, we'll split it with you, right? And that's what
100%.
Squat Up Wholesaler is all about, right? So, Blake, how many deals have you squatted up with? Tons of them.
Man, I think I've got 4 this month I'm squatting up on. So that's all I do now is squat up. Because I've realized that that's where the money is. It's not in doing on. I would rather have 50% of 20,000 instead of $500 because I did the deal wrong.
Right.
And it's happened to me several times. I've lost money because I didn't know what I was doing. And I think that's the whole premises of Buy Squat Up is let's do this as a team. Let's go in as a team. I don't want your money. I don't want your money. If you want to give a little bit of time to create yourself a financial future and learn how to do this for free or actually get paid to do it, learn how to do it and get paid, this is the spot for you. There's plenty of people out there who sell programs. If you want the whole thing, if you want how to do contracts, the dispo, the acquisitions, every side of it, all the programs, go YouTube it. You can YouTube and learn every single thing about this. But if you want somebody that cares about your deals, somebody who's not going to overwhelm you, somebody who's going to take you step by step through the process, I feel like Squat Up is what's going to be the next big thing. I really do.
Yeah. And that's why we're calling it Squat Up Wholesalers, guys. So let's get you started. Let's get you in the game. And like I said, you can't win the game if you're not in the game. You got to get in the game. Get started. There's no cost. There's no upfront fee. It's a matter of just time, energy, and, some effort. And I promise you'll be able to see yourself making some money. And then you can scale it up. Then you can expand. Then you can go further and deeper in it. At the end of the day, man, if this is a great resource for you where you can make money not only quick, but very frequently, man, why not? Why not? Tell me why not, right? So that's what this is all about. We're going to be having more of these trainings, more of these lives in the group, Squat Up Wholesalers. If you're watching this from some other place other than Squat Up Wholesalers, we have put the link in the description of how to get and join the group. Again, the group is absolutely free. Join it, and let's get you started right away to get your real estate investing career started up right away. Blake, you got anything else before we close out tonight?
I don't have anything. Well, I always say I don't have anything, and then I have 5 things. We didn't even get to what we were going to get to, and I know we went way too long tonight. But just like I said, don't hesitate on taking that first step. It costs you $0 to start this. It costs you $0 to create something, a legacy for your family. And all it's going to do is you reaching out to Frank, reaching out to me, joining the group, Squad Up Wholesalers, and saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to pick up that phone. I'm going to dial that phone number on Zillow. I'm going to ask the questions Blake and Frank wanted me to ask, and we're going to figure out there's a deal out there for us.
Yeah. And we got some awesome things planned for the group. We're not just going to sit back and see who joins. We're going to actually have some great content, some great trainings. We're going to be doing some trips, some contests. We got a lot of stuff planned for this thing. This is not just fly by night. This is something we want to go deep with, and we want to see success. We want to bring people on this show that have been doing deals and winning and making money. So we got some big things planned for this. I don't know about you, Blake, but I'm excited. I'm pumped up about it.
Man, I am super pumped up.
Yeah. So guys, have a great night. Don't forget to join the Squad Up Wholesalers. Until next time, we'll see you on the other side.
You've been listening to The Frank Ammons Show. Until next time, remember, Michael Jordan was the best player in the world, but didn't win a single championship until he got the right coach. Visit FrankAmmons.com and schedule a game-changing call with Frank himself and watch your business accelerate to the next level.